Alright, a little bit of a legal disclaimer, YouTube. Anything that you break or anyone you hurt, I'm not responsible for what you do with anything I show you how to make. At all. I'm not responsible. That is on you. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to make a three-tailed flail because I got 5 subscribers and I'm kind of happy about that. I think that's cool. So, I'm going to show you how to make one of the tails, and then you're just going to multiply that by 3. And you don't have to follow my steps exactly. But here's what you're going to need. Now, or at least what I'm using. For the head, for the mace flanges, or the flail ends, I'm using washers. Now, you could use like anything heavy or weighted, and I think it'd be really cool if somebody used axe heads or hammer heads. And I might actually do that in a later video. But until then, if anybody does that, please, dear God, show me. I want to see. Now, I'm using, for each flail head, I'm using one of these thick 5/16 washers. I'm using 16 of these big, flat, zinc-plated. I'm assuming they're zinc-plated. I don't remember what the thing says. I'm using 16 of these zinc-plated 5/16 fender washers. I'm using 22. I think, yeah, each stack of these is 11. I'm using 22 of these little galvanized 5/16 fender washers. Now, a lot of these look like old and rusty because they were in my heavy weighted bat. And then some of these I had just taken off the other flail head I had. And what you're also going to need a 5/16 eye bolt. One of these little rope clippy thingies, medium duty or heavy duty, something like that. I don't actually remember what size they are, but you're actually going to need, like, all the tails included. You're going to need 4 of these, because you're also going to need one to attach all the tails together. For each head, you're going to need 2 5/16 nuts, and I like to use I like to use a size smaller lock washer because it's smaller. So these are actually 1/4 lock washers, but you could still use 5/16 lock washers if you wanted. And you're gonna need either a length of chain or a dog choke chain. I got this from the dollar store. Actually, I got all 3 of the ones I have from the dollar store. They're 24-inch, and they're dog choke chains or collar chains or whatever. I'm not actually sure. I don't see how it could be a choke chain because these rings don't fit into each other. I guess you just kind of use it to hold the dog back. Something like that. I don't actually know. I have a friend who probably would know, but I don't know. Alright, now what you're going to do is you want to have the one nut all the way at the bottom. And you're going to put it in, or I'm going to put it in one of these smaller stacks first. Now, how you actually build these is up to you. I'm just doing it how I want to do it. And then you're going to put it on one of the big stacks. Then you're going to put on the big thick one. Then you're going to put on the other stack of the big washers. Then you're going to put on the last stack of the small ones. Then you're going to slip on a lock washer and another nut. And I'm going to pause the recording while I tighten this down, and then I'll come back in a second. Alright, it's all tightened down. You only want to tighten down until this lock washer goes flat, because it is stepped on one side of it, and you just want to tighten them down until it goes flat. Now, to do this, you're probably going to want either 2 crescent wrenches or a crescent wrench and a pair of pliers. I've got a pair of channel locks, which, yes, there's a difference, apparently. Excuse me. Then you're going to take this thing and put it on there and slip the dog chain through it and tighten it up. I'm going to pause it. Alright, got that all tightened up. You probably want to tighten this down with a wrench, too. And a pair of pliers to hold it. Alright, now, as you see, I've got the other 2 tails built already. And I've got the 4th one of these little rope tie things already hooked to the other end of the chain. Just gonna hook the third one onto it. And that's our 3 tails completed. And I'm gonna tighten this one down. You're also gonna need a handle of some sort. This is just a piece of a baseball bat that I have a hole drilled in the end of, an aluminum one. You could probably use a piece of wood with a hole drilled in it, and then glue an eye bolt in it. It might not be as strong, so I'd probably go with using something metal. But yeah, right, I'm gonna tighten this down. Right, got that tightened down. Now right here I've got a 5/16 piece of threaded rod with a nut and a lock washer on it. Now you could use a bolt, and I did have a long enough bolt, and I actually have it right over here. I just didn't want to use it because I want to use it for something else. So I had a piece of threaded rod that I had that was already pre-cut, and I'm actually going to stick that through the hole through one side, and then I'm going to slip this rope tie thing or whatever. Ooh, I'm going to get a good shot of this. I'm actually going to slip that over the threaded rod. So the threaded rod will go through it, and then I'm going to push the threaded rod out the other hole. Then I'm going to take another nut, and now in total, if you use a bolt, you're going to need 7 nuts. And these are 5/16 nuts, so if you use a bolt, you're going to need 7 5/16 nuts. If you don't use a bolt and you use a piece of threaded rod, you're going to need 8. Now you probably could use something else too. You probably might not even need a bolt, depending on what you do. You could drill it out and then peen the ends on the thing. Yeah, now this one's longer, so I'll have to cut that, and I probably won't show that, but I'm gonna pause and tighten this down real fast. Alright, it's all tightened down. Now this is like a mid, probably 80 something, or fairly early aluminum bat handle. So I didn't tighten it down too much because I don't want to break it or anything, because it's kind of got some cracks right here. You can't see them on camera, but it's got some cracks right here. I had drilled some holes in it for something else, and I had filled them in with some other pieces of bolt. You can clearly see the difference in the metal color right there and over there. I filled in both sides. Yeah. I also have an eye bolt down on here, which I don't remember why I put that on, but you want to make sure that's tight. And I'm going to go cut this off, and we'll be done. I'm not going to show it getting cut off, but yeah. I'm also going to file it over the side so it's nice and smooth. But this is basically our 3-headed flail. I'm going to call it the party starter. Yeah, that's pretty wicked. I'm not going to wrap the handle, at least not in this video, if I even make a video for it. If I do wrap the handle, I'm not going to show it. But I'll probably just use paracord or some nylon strapping that I have, one or the other. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, thank you to my 5 subscribers who totally aren't people in my town who I totally didn't beg or ask to subscribe just so I would have 5 subscribers. Totally didn't do that. And thanks to Ironclad Industries for saying that yes, this was a good idea. In case you guys are wondering, I am trying to become a Zednaut, assuming you even know what that is. But I think that is a successful September build. Yeah, I'm going to try and do a weapon build video at least once a month. And that's at least once a month, and then any little random videos that I decide to make in between. It takes you, with my internet, it takes freaking forever to upload videos to YouTube. Man, this thing's wicked. So yeah, once a month. In October, when I get the cannon piece in, I'm gonna do the cannon, and I'll rebuild that. And I might have a surprise with that. I'm not gonna talk about it now, because I kind of don't want to, spoil anything. But that's it for this time. See you later, YouTube. Hopefully next time I do a video, I'll have a bit of a surprise guest or something. I'm also going to do a test with this. I am going to definitely do a test with this and show that on video. I'm going to smash this Xbox. In case anybody's going to flip out about it, the disc tray doesn't work and the reader's broken in it. It doesn't like to play games. It's just messed up. And I've got a new 360 and an Xbox One. So, yeah.